Okay, so let us understand how do we create a page layout for transportation cockpit. Okay, so you need to define a particular layout, and in that particular layout, you need to have different. You need to make some provisions to have certain information which you will need to process. So for example, if you need if you have to process a freight order in a cockpit, then you will need freight units, and you will also need vehicles. So based on the freight units and vehicles, you will be able to process a freight order in a simple way of understanding, creation of a freight order. Okay, so for that you will require to create a layout. So layout for what purpose? Layout for transportation cockpit. So when you click on this page layouts for transportation cockpit, it will ask you for certain transports. For certain transport. So the one which you have created, you can use the transport, and then you can, this is a screen what you will get. Okay, so in this screen, page layout for transportation cockpit, this is how the screen will appear, right? And there is a new button, obviously, for you to create a new cockpit. So when you enter the transportation, okay, let me just come back. So just you click on page layout. Yeah. Okay. So when you click on page layout, you will get various layouts you can create for delivery selection or whatever. So we are interested in page layouts for transportation cockpit to process for a freight order. Right. So when you click on that, as I said, you will be asked to enter a transportation transport request, sorry, and then you just choose the one which you have created. And once you do that, you will get this page. This is what I was trying to tell you. So this new button will let you create another line here. So you'll get another line out here. And then with that, you'll be able to create another, say, layout. Okay, so here you can enter, say, maybe TM21 page layout. So I'll just simply copy this TM21 page layout. Okay, so now once you enter the page layout and the description and all that stuff, there is one button here. This is an actions button. So if you click on it, so the details of the transportation cockpit should be given, and all actions related to those details have to be performed here. Okay, so you click on this particular button, then it will take you to another screen. It will give you another screen, and this is the place where you will have to create your layout, a page layout for transportation cockpit. Now you have given this TM21 and this description and all that, and transportation proposal. This is by default, it has come, so ignore that part. Now we need to, you are the user, like you have created this particular, you are going to create this particular layout. So the first thing on the left hand side, you'll find users. That means basically who are all the users who can use this layout, right? In this case, it is, when you create it, it will be like an individual user. I mean, only you can use that, right? So you can say individual user and just give the username. Okay, this. Okay, so if you would like the transportation cockpit layout can be used by all users. You can give the users and then the role specific and all that stuff. Okay, for now, let us go with the individual user, whoever is listening, or I'll just say all users. So anybody can, use it. Anybody can go and see like what is there in it and so on and so forth. Okay, I'll just keep it that way. Okay, and then you have page layouts, which in addition we'll come to this these things later. Now let us just go little below. Now here you have certain buttons. These are layouts, save button, refresh button. These are all delivery proposals button, transportation proposals. So these are all buttons which are enabled in the transportation cockpit. So let them be there. Okay, you can just let it be. Keep all the things ticked. Now we are coming to the main area where we want to create the layout. So typically, a layout, how does it look like, right? So normally, a layout will have, 3 rows and okay, let me do that before I start explaining. So let us say we want to create a particular layout, and there is this top left area, right? Typically in a screen like this, top left area is somewhat this one, right? This is top left area. So in the transportation cockpit, it is asking what should, it is telling like, what do you want to have in the top left area? Then top left area means there may be others also, right? So let us first look at top left area, this part of it, of the cockpit screen. Then it has something called add content. Then it will say like, what's the content you want to add in this top left area. Okay. And if you say add content, then it will give you some options. So you have to choose the content. Now, what are all the content? There's so many content are available here. You have to choose the content, right? Now, typically, normal experience is that on the top left side, left area, you will have typically freight units. So you'll have the requirements. So freight units are nothing but requirements. So we need to search our freight units in these requirement details or this one. So let us see what is there in this requirements detail. You will have so many things. So don't select it, whatever is there. But just go with the simple freight units, right? So now we have this, the last one, right? Freight unit or package unit. So you just select this freight unit and then say okay, right? So what we have done, we have selected that we need a freight unit or package unit. So in our case, it is freight unit. So we'll say, okay, we need in the top left corner, we need the freight unit. So that is what we have mentioned. It is not compulsory that, you just have to select only one. If you want to add something more, you can also add one more. I mean, it depends upon your requirement. Let's say freight unit hierarchy. Suppose if you want to have a freight unit hierarchy, also you can just add here. So freight unit, stage hierarchy and the freight unit hierarchy, you can add them just to see how they are displayed or something like that. So this is fine. Now top left is done. Then what are the other options for us? Then let us see. Then top right, it says it is giving you a provision in the add area. It's saying top right you can add if there's anything you want to do. So let us see top right. So when you click on that, then top right will come on the screen. So top right area will appear. So again, in the top right area, it will ask again, add content. Then what do you want to add? So here we have added this